boys, gals, and pals? It's the boss of toys, and today we'll be reviewing Combiner Wars Legends Class BlackJack. Now, I bought this off a friend. Thank you, Nick. You're the fucking greatest. He came in a 6-pack, and this specific deco is from G2. He's got the G2 Decepticon logo. Really cool. He's actually a remold of Hot Rod, and, well, not remold, but just direct repaint. The original had a lot of black and purple on there, but this one's got purple and this really bright cotton candy blue, as I like to call this cotton candy blue. I don't know what it's called, but he's got a lot of blue. Here's the underside, and not a whole lot in the way of kibble. You can see where I shaved off the port with a knife, because he was just way too tight for Minosaur. But yeah, just a really cool figure, and one of the reasons I chose to review him first is just he's got really interesting transformation. But as far as accessories go, you get this little axe right here, which we'll talk to, which comes in more into play later. But for its weapon storage, you got it up here, and it kind of looks like he has a gun spoiler thing, and looks really cool. I mean, obviously you could tell how this would come more into play for Hot Rod. But, really it for weapon storage. Now, for comparison, here he is next to Legends Class Beachcomber. And he's actually a little bit smaller. I don't think this is the Legacy one. I do think this is, I believe, Power of the Primes. Could be wrong. No, Titan's Return. Titan's Return, my bad. I do believe this is Titan's Return. So, the line that came directly after Combiner Wars. And here he is next to Deluxe Class Bumblebee. And Bumblebee is actually a lot taller, but a little bit shorter. And I think that's pretty interesting. Now, to transform him into Combiner mode, you're just going to clip this on, and yeah, he's ready to go. All ready to be part of Minosaur. Now, the transformation's actually really interesting. I'm not going to walk you through it, per se. Just show you how I really think it's interesting. So you're going to want to just fold these down like this. Fold these right around here. And the really interesting part, and what I like, is you're just going to untap all this and move this up, this whole assembly up, and it will just then just circle around back. And I just think that's really, really cool engineering. And he is a Combiner Wars figure, so you're not going to get a whole lot of, range of motion that you would typically get out of, like, Legacy or Studio Series. But just looking in at that head sculpt, you got really nice blue. I'm really digging the blue. The red is really clean, really welly applied, with a silver mouthpiece. And he's just got a lot of mechanical detail and a lot of blue, blacks, and purples. I love the purple plastic they molded him out. Kind of wish there was more painted detail on, like maybe some silvers, some yellows. Something to, like, break up all the blue and purple outside of the black, because this was Combiner Wars. There wasn't a whole lot of paint going around at the time. But yeah, so as far as posability goes, he's got a swivel at the head. He can't look up or down, and it's a really small head too. Rotation at the arm, it's just on a ball joint, and unintended bicep rotation or butterfly joint. Over 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. Nothing at the wrist. I mean, they 100% could have. They just didn't. Nothing at the waist, which makes sense considering how he transforms. But I guess they could have, like, just done something here. No, that would have impeded the... No, alright. I can rationalize it. His leg can go up that far. Back that far. Back that far. Knee can bend this far. And, nothing at the feet. Yeah, and it's all a lot of ball joints, which is pretty standard at the time. You know, now we get a lot of like mushroom pegs and different types of joints. Back then we just had ball joints. It's just really interesting to compare to modern standards. This would have been core class today, and you know you can bring out the axe and he can hold that. I mean it looks kind of goofy. It looks like he's holding a spoiler, or you know the chest piece to Minosaur. It's just how I see it. But ultimately, yeah, no, that's pretty about much it for you know posability, combine mode, and everything. Let's give you a quick size comparison. Alright, here he is next to Beachcomber, and they're about the same size. Maybe Beachcomber's a little taller, definitely a lot bulkier. He's also got the ball joints on the arms, so you know the age of ball joints is kind of ended. And here he is next to Deluxe Class Bumblebee. It's kind of interesting to see a new Deluxe about the same size as the old Legends figure. It's really interesting how that works out. And yeah, they don't look bad together. Obviously, he's got the brighter G2 colors, which I don't particularly care for. I've never cared for G2 just because of how jarring the colors are. But I really do like this figure, and I'm really starting to love the G2 Stunticons. Yeah. So that's been my look at also G2 Decepticon logo right there. Alright, anyway, that's been my look at Combiner Wars BlackJack. Stay tuned for more content coming up. We are like super close to 300 subscribers, so definitely going to be doing something for that. I already have something planned for 250 that should be happening sometime this month. So just stay tuned for that. Anyway, bye.